Welcome, everybody. Ooh, that was a good one. Moving with clarity. For those who don't know me, I'm Star Blossom Goddess. I'm an intuitive, channeler, a writer, speaker, healer, you name it. So here we are today, and we're talking about clarity. Is there anyone here that doesn't want clarity? Okay, you all want clarity, right? We're on the same page, right? It's really important to have clarity in one's life. Why? Because there's a lot of stuff going on in this world. There's a lot of drama, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of lies, there's just, we're bombarded with all kinds of stuff. And unless we cleanse ourselves, and unless we get clarity for our own journey, we will hit obstacles and be drained and be tired all the time. It isn't a good idea to welcome in that type of energy. You just don't want to do that. But just like you make sure you have enough sleep, you make sure you eat right, there's certain things you need to do to welcome in the clarity. And the clarity comes from standing in your power, loving yourself, and connecting to guides, connected to God, connected to your higher self, connected to the invisible world. A lot of you are starseeds, what I'm receiving. And so because of that, you have a barrage of beings that are ready to help at this time. And we have a lot of alien beings in our Earth space right now because Earth is going through a big transformation. And a lot of times we feel the group consciousness. We feel the draining energies and the fear and all that stuff. So unless we stay grounded in who we are and stay connected to our greatness, we will start to kind of fall and be off balanced, and it's not what you want to do, and it won't help you getting answers. It won't help you getting clarity and feeling harmony and bliss. And our birthright as humans in a human form, as beings in a human form, it is our birthright to be connected and to get harmony and get miracles. It's our birthright to have miracles. It's our birthright to move in peacefulness. But like we have to eat the right food, we also have to use the tools available to us to move that way. Okay? These energies are causing us to look into our inner selves. And the more we work on ourselves, guess what? We're working on the group consciousness as well. So we're benefiting others by helping, ourselves, by asking, by seeking for clarity. And also these energies, if you don't know it or not, the conflicts and the lessons are being amplified by these energies. So they make us uncomfortable both physically and emotionally. I know people that are emotional almost every day crying. Sometimes I cry and I don't even know why. So we are being bombarded and we're being pushed by our own higher selves. We wouldn't be here if we weren't being pushed. Pushed to get online and to balance and to really feel our authentic self and to know we can do this. You're an avatar, you're an avatar, you're an avatar, you're an avatar. You're all avatars, and you can handle this time period, time frame that is shifting. And the way you do it is to really move through life, move through your day with as less resistance as you can. And sometimes that's hard, it's frustrating, or you'll have things happen to you. But the first lesson to do is to learn to breathe. And to breathe, everybody breathes, but this is the breath, okay? You take a breath in, hold it for 2 seconds, blow some of it out, hold it, and blow the rest out. So you're holding it at the top and you're holding it in the middle. That is a balancing breath. And when you go through life, you want to get a balanced breath. Sometimes you have to do it 3, 4, 5 times. You breathe in, hold it, and blow out. So everybody try it. Breathe in, hold it, blow out, hold it, blow out. You can feel almost a settling feeling when you do that sort of breath. It's very, very helpful. And it has helped me in many situations. Even the animals are feeling the result of these new energies. And I don't know if you know about the Schumann resonance. How many of you know about that? Schumann resonance. That is a vibration, and that is, it's a chart. And every day you could go online and see the different, it's different every day. It's the electronic magnetic resonance in the ionosphere field. And the reason I'm mentioning it today, okay, the reason I'm mentioning it is because it affects us. If we're feeling extra tired or extra grumpy, check out the resonance and see where it is, because it may be that you're being affected because you're all intuitive and sensitive. You may be affected by it. And you want to be aware, because awareness is the first step to feeling clarity and feeling grounded. And I have a picture of, this is like Schumann resonance. This is the Schumann resonance. And like I said, the internet will tell you, the meaning of it and all that. I just know that it does affect us. It does affect us.
I'm sorry, how do you spell Schumann?
SCHUMANN. Resonance. RESONANCE. Sometimes some of you will have headaches or lack of sleep or emotional periods or fatigue. These are things that are affecting you and draining you and taking away from peace, joy, and harmony. Okay, and this is what you want. Don't you want peace, joy, and harmony? Tell me you don't want peace, joy, and harmony. Okay, you want it, and you also want answers. But it's nice to know that you're not crazy, that there's a reason for these things happening. That the energy, when you can say, okay, I got it, there's a reason for it. So now I'm going to work with this reason. I'm going to focus on getting information. And the way you get information is to start by communicating to your guides, to those who are of support. You want to connect to them. And you start by having a simple conversation. Hey, good morning, guys. I really would like some clarity. I really want some help. What should I do? How should I go in my day? Should I go here or should I go here? And just breathe in and feel the answer. Many times you might hear a song on the radio and it'll be your answer. Maybe you'll hear it in a dream, it'll be your answer. They speak to you when you open your consciousness and trust that it is being given to you. The hardest thing, it was for me in the beginning, 25 years ago, was to trust. to believe that it was real. Is this real or is this my imagination? Well, it starts as imagination. You just accept it, let it go. If it's light and airy, it's information. You know, you're not going to get information like shoot somebody or kill somebody. That's not what guides do. But when you can just step into your own power and trust, you will start to get clarity. You will start to see that everything has a reason for being there. I suggest everybody to get a, and I have it somewhere, pendulum. I suggest you get one, because if you're beginning and you're not sure of yourself and insecure, ask. Because the pendulum is connected to your higher self. It is giving you information. You know, where should I go? How should I do it? Where am I, you know, what will be in my best interest? Start to ask and start to look, because they talk to you. They give you the clarity you want, but a lot of times you're just not listening. You're not allowing. You know, the most important thing, if you're manifesting something, is to allow, to let it happen. Come on in. You're welcome to come in.
Hi, I'm sorry, we're a little early for the 3 o'clock.
Okay, but come in. I'm doing the 3 o'clock. You might as well come and sit and chill.
No, sorry, can you repeat that again? Is it to manifest is to allow?
Is to allow, to bring in that energy of allowing and being able to let go to whatever the outcome is. If you're second guessing, that was one of my biggest problems. I wanted clarity, but I second guessed everything that they sent to me. It doesn't work. So you have to quiet the second guessing, which is the ego. Thank you, ego, but no thank you. You know, don't demand it to stop, ego. Stop that voice. It isn't going to work. You got to just be gentle, treat it like a little child. Thank you, but no thank you. So here we are. A great tool which everybody, where are you? Everybody should have at home is, where are you? Okay, there you are. Of course, everywhere where I didn't look. Okay. See, to get clarity is, like I said, to connect. But to connect is to understand that we have allies. Now, I already mentioned we have guides. And we have our higher self, and we have God. But we have some wonderful tools to get clarity, okay? When you're in your heart, of course. And those tools are oracle cards. Everybody should have a deck of oracle cards. And there are hundreds and hundreds of oracle cards. You don't have to be a famous psychic to use them. But when you use oracle cards, they give you a place to work from. It gives you some clarity. I read cards every other week at my home. I do a meetup. And so often, you know, someone will come over and say, oh, are they real? They're just cards. But you know, when you put energy in it and the energy matches it, there's a vibration. And when you ask a question, that vibration goes into the cards. When you have your energy in the cards, you start to get answers. And most of the time, it's right on. It's really right on. The card I got now is the light card, that there is light and love present everywhere. There are miracles present everywhere. So this card is telling me, ground into the light, ground into your own love, your self-compassion, ground into your self-compassion, and you can start to get messages that way. We have allies that are animal allies. Here are oracle cards that are, okay, here we go. Pick a card. Okay. Here's the dog card. It is reminding you that you're not alone. It is encouraging you to be honest with yourself. What do you really want? If I asked a question, I said, think about the dog. The dog is free. You want to be free like the dog. Let your mind wander. When you see a picture, let it expand. Because a lot of times what happens is when you let it roll, just roll with it, have fun, could even dance around and have that fun, because that energy allows you to have words come out that you wouldn't have said otherwise. When I'm writing a short story, children's book, I've written over 500 of them, I don't think twice about what the ending is or the middle or anything like that. And I just let it flow so you can get the clarity from an animal. You can get the clarity from a crystal. There's tons of crystals you can buy here at the Awaken Fair, right? You can. Okay, so I'm asking you to think of a question, okay? And just some.
Okay.
All right, now pick a card. And see, while you pick the card, I was saying a prayer. It's like asking. A prayer is asking. Please, Spirit, give him a message that would best suit him in his life. So be it, and so it is. It doesn't have to be a long prayer. So be it, and so it is a great way to end a prayer. Okay? So I asked, and what you got is coral. The coral has great, has great attributes, okay? And it's about allowing the flow and allowing synchronicity to move into your life. That's about letting go of what you think the action should be and just allowing the universe to open it up to you, okay? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Oh, it makes sense.
Okay, but what was the question?
I was wondering about my daughter. And
Okay.
marriage.
Okay, so she needs to, and you need to trust enough that she's where she's meant to be as she opens up to what will take place, okay? There are synchronicities that happen in everyone's life. One time, when I first got into my spiritual path, I didn't know what a spirit guide was. So I was in the Goodwill, and I said, what is a spirit guide? And I just said the words out. I asked the question. I went into Goodwill. I put my hands on the bookshelf, and every book fell off except for one. How to Get in Touch with Your Spirit Guides. That was the only book that was on that shelf. That was my answer, that the Spirit was answering me. And of course I bought the book, and but the thing is, we have allies in crystals, in animals, and we can get clarity if we just ask and trust. Okay, ask and trust, ask and trust.
I have a question about pendulum. Does it need to be a specific stone, or it can be any stone? Because I know there's different pendulums.
Different pendulums, different attributes. You have different, you just have to follow your inner guidance. If there's a specific issue you want, go to the place and feel it out, You have so much wisdom. Everybody has so much wisdom inside them if they just trust. If they just go with their inner power and start to say, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to have clarity. Today I'm going to know what I'm going to do, where I'm going to do it, and I'm going to trust that I'm right where I'm meant to be. And start moving more in a positive way, because you don't want to carry limiting thoughts they drain, they don't allow you to have what you want and have the answers. Everybody wants answers. And sometimes, it takes a little longer for some than for others, but you all do have the ability to get answers. Especially at this time. It was a lot harder in our parents' time because now the energies are vibrating so strong that you can manifest things faster, you could get answers faster, but you have to be willing to ask. And one way to get clarity is to make sure you cleanse yourself. Take care of yourself. You take a shower, right? What about taking care of yourself? Eating the right things. When you're, using, what I'm being told right now is there are certain stones that you can use to cleanse yourself. The white stone, I can't remember the name of it. Selenite, thank you. It's wonderful. I have it somewhere actually, because I'm using it later. You put it around you. After a hard day, you just put it around you.
They have it outside. I can show you what it looks like.
I have it right here. Selenite. It's very inexpensive. Here. All you gotta do is this. You never have to clean this stone, and it's a tool, and it's something that will help you to cleanse your aura so that you can get answers. It really helps. And again, I can't stress enough that there are so many things going on in the government, and we are affected, even if we don't watch the news, because I don't watch the news, but there's a group consciousness, and the more we ground, that's a big one, ground, that will help you to move forward, okay?
And there's actually spiritual work going on.
Say that? Yes.
Spiritual work going on.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
the Germans have no idea.
I know. There's so much going on between the dark and the light.
But the question is, who's the dark and who's the light?
Right. We all play roles for one another. So the important thing is when truths come out, you don't want to hate the dark because they played a role to wake us up. Truths about, the lies and truth about all those things. I don't want to go into it all because then we'll have a controversial discussion and there's no need for it. The point is we all have our perspective and I respect it all and we need to respect each other, but we also have to work not to get into fear or anger because then we're feeding the dark. Where, whether you believe in one thing or another, you still know that there's dark and light. And so therefore, you just want to not feed into it. Bless them and say, thank you, goodbye. Go away. We don't need you anymore. Because we, as a humanity, we're taking our power back little by little. And it starts with, guess who? You. Starts with you. Take your power back. Know without a doubt that you can get clarity. You deserve clarity. You can get it. You have guides. You just have to move in an authentic, heartfelt, grounded, fearless way. And just take care of yourself. Love yourself. If you don't love yourself, where are you? It's an opportunity to be drained and to be taken advantage of, and then you can't get as good clarity. I will tell you this, and you all know that things are changing. There's a new monetary system, there's new inventions like the med bed, there's tons of things happening, and they will happen in divine timing. They're going to happen when they're meant to happen. So there's no reason to have anxiety or impatientness. It's a matter of grounding and being in your heart so that you can ride the wave through the change. You're all here for a reason at this time, to ride the change and to drop all the falsities that we were taught. You know, we're not good enough, we're not pretty enough, we're not smart enough, we can't do this, we're not intuitive, we're this. That's part of the ego that the ego learned. So now it's time to really say, no more. Wake up, people, wake up and take your power back. Because then you're helping the group consciousness. I want to teach you something that really works wonderful. When you have thoughts that are more egotistical or more draining, or thoughts that are blocking you from believing in your abilities to get messages, what you do is I take the thoughts in my head and put them into my heart. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you take a breath and blow it out. That is a wonderful tool. I've used it many times when my ego mind gets in the way, when I feel stressed and feel like I'm thinking too much, worrying too much. I'm worried or thinking too much. We all do it, right? Do we all do it? Okay, so if you're in a worry stage, stop what you're doing, take a breath and say, I take the thoughts in my mind, I put them into my heart. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It works, and it's important to do the numbers, because the numbers kind of facilitate it, kind of ground it into your heart. It takes those worries away, takes worries, fears, insecurities, doubts, it takes it all and it puts it into your heart. Because guess what? In your heart is love. In your heart is no judgment. In your heart is peace, joy, harmony, bliss, miracles, everything. Everything is there for you to take advantage of when you allow it. So let me hear you all say it. I take the thoughts in my head and move them into my heart.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. How's that feel? Okay? A-okay? So when you strengthen your own thoughts inside trust and love, the outcome is opening a field for answers. I get answers in all different ways. You will get answers in all different ways. It's just a matter of allowing. One of the exercises you can do, which I have found very helpful, is, and I want you all to try it, we all carry an invisible backpack, and that invisible backpack can be heavy and can be draining, and it can block you from your dreams, your desires, your fantasies. It's a heavy backpack. So take a moment and reach back. Shut your eyes, reach back. Take a breath. And as you take a breath, make a fist. And in that fist is something you want to get rid of. It may be the word fear, it may be doubt, it may be insecurity, and just throw it away. Breathe and do it again. Throw it away. Throw it away with the breath. It is something that really is helpful. I want everybody to shut your eyes again. Okay. And I want you to breathe and visualize. Visualize a beautiful wind. The wind is like a blanket around you. It is hugging you. It is celebrating who you are. And as you feel this beautiful blanket of love, you are feeling grounded and connected to your divine self, your authentic, divine, precious, one-of-a-kind self. You are capable of anything you desire. All your dreams, all your fantasies, everything you want is at your fingertips when you believe. And this beautiful breeze is moving through to every cell in your body. Feel it. It is energizing you. Feel it. Eiase, tieka, miea, iyo, asiate, mieta, iyo. Allow the breeze to fill your consciousness. Iyo, yayo. And as you do, you are opening a field so you can radiate love inside your consciousness. So you can feel the truth of who you are, that you are capable of getting clarity. All you need to do is ask. All you need to do is feel. All you need to do is be in your complete self. E-A-R-T-O, E-A-R-T-A, mi-e-so-ta, I-E-I-E-I-E. And as you continue to take breaths, know that you are what the world has been waiting for. You are the one. You are the one the world has been waiting for. You are the one who can orchestrate miracles. You are the one who is a gift. And your guides love you. And now I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and with every number, you'll feel more energized, more ready to move in your life with clarity, with miracles, with blessings, with everything you want. 1. 2. 5. And now you can open your eyes and just reacquaint yourself with this moment. Is there anyone that has any questions about what I talked about?
Do you ever use dowsers in your work?
Say that again?
Dowsers?
I use dowsers. You mean like a pendulum? Or you mean
No.
a dowser?
The ones that kind of like have a ball on the end, go up and
I've heard of them, but I don't use them. No. Any tool that you can use is a great tool. You know, there's tools of different kind. There's tools, you know, to get your health going, new modalities. There are tools to get answers. But the more you work with tools, and the more you cleanse yourself and love yourself and ground and trust and release, you know, those things that get in the way, you'll be able to get answers. You're capable of getting answers whether you're Taoist or not. But in the beginning, there's nothing, you know, there's nothing wrong with doing it. I use a pendulum, but I also use, I trust. I trust, I trust, I trust. And that takes practice. You know, it just takes practice.
I have a question. You said to ground. So is there any other things you can suggest how to ground besides breathing?
Well, that's a good question. Connecting to nature, you know, going out in nature. I have found that I can ground in the shower. I ask the shower to cleanse me, and I visualize. You visualize all the garbage coming out of you and just going down the drain. So yes, there's a bunch of different, you know, ways to ground. You know, meditation is the top, and self-talk is another, and breathing. And you could look it up online. There's, you know, I'm sure you'll find plenty.
Thank
That was a good question, though. Just exercising, right? Just remember, remember, remember. God and light workers and spiritual beings are all behind us. Aliens are behind us. And they are here to support us. So if you remember to ask from a place of, like I said, love, trust, fearlessly, no self-doubt, no insecurities, that is the best way to start to make a foundation, a spiritual foundation that helps. Also writing. Writing is one of my favorite tools. You know, I write 15 poems a day, okay, and they just come right out of me. It's that writing, you know, you could get a lot of answers for clarity that way. I think that the time is up.